Well, good evening. It is Tuesday night. Welcome to the Ham Radio Clubhouse. How are you, gentlemen?
Good. How are you?
Good, yeah.
Doing all right. Doing all right. Been
Hey,
a little
Bob
slow
says,
today, but doing all right.
Hey, real quickly, Bob says, I like the intro music. Who picked it out? Who picked that out? Shane?
Thank you, Bob. I try my best to satisfy the needs of the viewers, to occupy the first 2 minutes.
Infringement way.
And a non-copyright infringement way, exactly. Shout out to all you folks in the green there in the chat. Those are our channel members. Thank you for supporting the channel. We have a new member tonight. Sean, KJ5BYD, welcome to the QR Zombie Club. We appreciate it.
Sean is a really nice fella.
Is he?
I'm glad he's here. Yes.
Yeah.
A few minutes ago, he left a comment on my latest video saying he really enjoyed the video. I said he's too kind. Thank you,
nice.
Sean.
He's a KJ5 call. He hasn't learned the true nature.
That's so true. But anyway, he hit the button before we hit the button, so we didn't get to show him in the chat. So I wanted to make sure that we acknowledged you joining the channel members. Thank you so much. So, man, it's been a week, and man, has it been a week. We're going to go backwards this time around. We'll start with Izzo, and we won't let you get into your adventure yet, but we'll just catch up with you for how your week's been.
I had an incredible week. Ham fam on steroids times 2 or 3,000, whatever. I had a really, really good week. Not only with two great guys, but I went out chasing myself, hunting. I activated a park chasing these guys. I missed them, but I still took in 75 freaking contacts. My new poda bag came in, and I downsized. My daughter called me and FaceTimed me, and I told her what I was doing. She's like, "Yeah, right. You're lying to me. You're lying. You can't downsize."
No, Dad. You bought another antenna.
I've seen how much stuff you have. You ain't downsizing.
No, I actually downsized, and I put some stuff away. I said I'm carrying 4s of everything. I'm only carrying 2s of everything. But no, I had a great week. Weather has been horrible up here in the Northeast.
Describe horrible, because I want to compare.
Rain after rain. Groundwater is up. A lot of people's basements are getting a ton of rain, a ton of water. I've had a little bit. I actually whacked my head last night on the sewer pipe that goes out from the house to the septic. Yeah, and I hope I don't have a contusion, but I got this line on this side, but I think it's because I slept on the TV remote all night.
That'll do
and
it.
I was looking for the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Netflix button over here.
Right.
No, but keep on moving to something else because I don't want to.
What are you smoking tonight, Izzo?
Real quickly, we got the Camacho.
All right.
Camacho.
Good cigar. Joe Brett.
Man, I'm here. Thanks.
You act like I scare you every time.
He's here on time.
Right?
I am here.
Wow.
You're welcome. I've been doing, of course, a few videos trying to get a little bit on schedule, once a week thing. And I'm actually kind of excited. I've got a few lined up for at least another couple of weeks, right? So
right. There you go. Just don't all release them the same day or back to back. Let them spread them out a little bit, spread the love.
Don't release them a day early. What?
Well, that's not bad if you're a channel member, because Joe Brett will early release to channel members, which is a great tactic. Because then I get to see it before everybody else does.
I'm
You
talking
at least
about
get a
setting
day.
up a premiere a day early.
Oh, the premiere
Oh,
day
yeah.
early.
Oh yeah, like Frank.
That happens.
That was a dig at Frank in case you missed it.
Speaking of, Jason, how are you, buddy? Looks like you're having a good time. A Charter
Pretty
Oak
good.
cigar. I saw that in the chat.
Yep.
You get an RV rally.
Nice
Yes.
smoke.
That's a
Good
great
smoke.
cigar.
Good
Yeah,
smoke.
these are good. I left you one of these, Don.
Yes, you did.
We got home. I got home about 9:30, about 10 p.m. Saturday night, I guess it was. Had a great time last week. Izzo was a good and gracious host, so I know you guys, everything you guys say about him is wrong. So he was great to hang with for a few days, and Colin and I activated 10 parks and 9 stakes. One of them was a twofer, and
Nice.
and that was fun. That was really fun. The bands cooperated. We had a good time. I went and picked up my RV on Sunday, and I left yesterday afternoon to come here. It's about 4 hours south of me. So I'm in Fredericksburg, Texas right now at the Vineyard RV Park. Great Vineyard RV Park or something like that.
It's beautiful down there.
It is, yeah. And the weather's great. They had a really bad thunderstorm that blew through yesterday morning before I got here. And it's
cooled it off for you?
Yeah. It's supposed to be nice, clear weather the rest of the week. And did a poda presentation this morning. So it's pretty fun.
Nice.
So never been to one of these. Wasn't sure what to expect. So far it's been nice. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice. Well, fantastic. Daniel, how are you, buddy? How are things up in Canada, eh?
Hey, I'm good now. Now that I see Jody's here, there's another Canadian around. Just we're broadcasting around the world, and it's nice to have another Canadian in the house to stand shoulder to shoulder with. And
wait a minute, how tall is he?
And where's John? We couldn't use him. I gotta tell you, so I got nothing about radio, but I gotta tell you this. I don't care.
That makes the clubhouse.
Welcome to the show. Good evening, everybody.
I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. All politicians are stupid. So I got to apologize.
There's some truth to that.
So on Friday, Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, was visiting the Canadian Parliament.
Oh, Lord.
And they decided to honor a World War II veteran. And as they stood and they gave him a standing ovation, they said he served to fight against the Russians during World War II. Anybody who knows anything about history, just a little bit. Now, you Americans might not know because you take all the glory for World War II, but the Russians were very strategic in weakening the German forces when they were fighting against the Nazis. Okay,
they could have wiped.
Wait, are you
they could
saying
have wiped out the Nazis 5 years earlier if they'd wanted to? But sure, they were strategic.
Yeah,
right.
Are you saying what I think you're saying, Molson?
Yeah. Yeah.
So our parliament stood and gave a rounding, standing ovation to a Nazi soldier.
Oh dear God.
So I would like to apologize on behalf of all Canadians to everybody out there.
I saw that. I saw a news headline about that today. I'm like, I'm not clicking on that. I don't. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not gonna read that. So.
Well, it's a pretty big thing here because it's.
Well, there's a 50-50 chance it's total BS. Because you see a headline like that, and you're like, is that real? Maybe. So.
Oh no, it's totally real, man. It's like total. I was watching it live, and because I was, when you're at work, sometimes and I'm like, what's going on here? Or no, it was at the end of the day, so sometime I was watching it, and then all of a sudden, I was like, he fought against the Russians. Now I like World War II and World War I books, so I was like, something's not right here, and then my mind had clicked, and they're all they're all like beaming with joy, and I'm like. You bunch of Nazis.
Well, Jody says
they need to do their research first.
Well, Jody says you guys had a resignation here, Speaker of the House. So I'm going to send the Canadian government that picture of you from Sealand with the white wig, and that's going to be your resume, LinkedIn. I want a job because I can.
Wilson for president.
Now they're all blaming each other. Everybody's blaming each other.
Of course they are. It's not my fault.
Not my fault.
The rats
down
with the shit.
Other guy's fault.
Bob, thanks for the $9.99 super chat, buddy. We appreciate that. Thanks so much.
Just like what was stated last was it last week's show or the one before when I accidentally commented or I stole the quote from the famous movie 1941 where the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. It falls right in line.
Yeah,
but at least we knew that came from a great funny movie. That's you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the politics for today.
Here's a line for you. That John Denver's full of shit, man. Got a lot of Dumb and Dumber quotes because of the place Kyle and I activated last week. So.
Yeah. Yes.
Steve, how are you, man?
I'm doing all right. I am drinking scotch tonight, courtesy of K9OL. Let you guys figure out who that is.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. He jumps out of stuff.
He does and throws people out. So
and throws people out. Yeah.
But
you've had some exciting times.
Trying to track down what all got damaged in a lightning strike. So I have.
How do you plan on doing it?
Well, I'm gonna make a video on it.
See what doesn't work when he turns it on.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's the first. No, seriously, that's the first thing you guys do. You know that. You turn everything on and you see what works, smokes, smells funny. Even the things that don't smell funny sometimes don't work.
Oh, you want to talk about smelling funny? My video capture card has a very
Bring it up to the camera.
Smell-o-vision.
Hang
Well,
on, hang on. Yeah, you're right.
And I,
Looks dirty.
Scratch
Yeah.
and sniff on Izzo's screen.
yeah.
Izzo. I apologize now.
Well, no,
So-
I keep thinking about what we were talking about in our private Discord over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh,
Joe,
God.
about clams?
Oh my
Oh, no.
god!
Oh, you
You had to bring that up.
I'm sorry.
See,
But
nothing stays.
It ain't.
Nothing
It's not the
stays personal
clam part
anymore.
that got me. It's like I can't watch nobody eat tacos anymore.
Yes, you can.
You're welcome, Joe.
Steve, save us.
No,
What else got burned out in a lightning
Steve,
strike?
put us back on the rails, Steve. Put us
It's
back
going
on
to
the
a
rails.
dangerous place.
I
We're
have.
going down that wrong road.
Yeah,
Back up.
I got to track down what all got burned up in the lightning and what's causing my noise floor. Because
You know,
I wanted to
we're-
blame it on one of my neighbors, but I flipped off the main breaker Saturday while the wife was at work, and the noise went away.
Uh-oh.
And
She
I
bought a
said,
touch lamp.
No, no,
Is it a
I
wall
think
wart?
I think it's my freezer out in the
Mm.
garage.
Well, the
That's
good
fine.
news is it's easier to fix something you own than it is your neighbor's stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Hold on.
Look at
Okay.
it this way.
I'm
Okay.
getting the not yet. We'll wait. Okay. Just give us a thumbs up when you're ready.
Hey,
So anyway-
Oh,
Steve,
shit.
But
Steve,
Don't say anything, Izzo.
I didn't. I just said, oh, shit. That's all I
Okay.
said.
if you,
Bit of my
would have put your coax into a glass jar, it would have saved your whole shot.
I
You
don't
could have
think it
captured
traveled
the
down.
lightning.
But I don't think it traveled down the coax because the radio still works. I actually hunted Jason and Kyle on it,
Okay.
Cool.
so and the stepper still works and the rotator still works. Just the
Interesting.
remote's gone.
Jason's got a very interesting theory. He says maybe it wasn't the breaker, but your wife. You said she was angry.
Away.
Well, no, I said she was away. I said she was at work.
Oh, there you go.
Why aren't you?
Well, exciting
showing-
times.
That's the fun thing about lightning. It can go so many routes.
Yes.
But- It doesn't take out everything.
no.
It jumped through devices. Like the video capture card was hooked to my streaming computer.
It dances through your house like a little ballerina, just like Peter Pan, just
Yes.
dash
It's like
there,
that movie
dash
Twister.
here.
It does. It takes
like an
this
orb.
house. It takes
It
that
does.
house.
It does.
But-
Tinkerbell here and
skips yours.
Tinkerbell there.
The
Dude,
solid
I
state
see-
drive out of my remote machine is dead. Nothing on it.
I saw.
Wow.
Cow.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Who's that guy? Who is he? Who let it? Who? Okay, who left the door open?
You
We'll always
did,
leave the door
actually.
over for him.
What's up? What's up, Beer Snack? How are you, man?
Hi,
door's
family.
It's
The
been a
door
couple
got
opens in the
Sundays.
back.
How we all doing?
We're good. How are you?
As you can tell, I'm a little under the weather at the moment.
A little congested,
hear
a little
it.
nasally.
Oh, it's been bad. Very bad.
You're alive. That's all that matters.
That's true.
Upright and breathing,
Yeah.
which is more than I can say for earlier today.
Philly Ed said, "Beer Snack lives."
He does. He does
Does
exist.
indeed. Four-wheeling
Now-
redneck. That's your whole
Look at
cheering
this.
section is here. Look at that.
Yes, look at this. The
Hi,
whole
guys.
Wow. Good to see you, man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
all you really got to do is disappear for like 2 months, and then everybody was like
Yeah.
happy to see you.
It's like,
Like-
who is this guy?
Is that better, Derek?
Ham Till It Hurts says deep fake. There's AI involved.
Yes. Yes.
You can't fake that. You can't fake that. That's a
That's a
one
real
in a million.
That's a
Oh.
real
Yeah,
beer.
exactly. Well, I'll
this
go real quickly, and then we'll jump into beer stacks. Beer stacks got a lot of catching up to do. So
I have a question.
We can
quickly,
occupy.
Shane.
Go ahead.
Is this a new channel, a new viewer?
No
Mad
idea.
Ham Radio Cow, because I
I don't
like
know.
that.
That's really
I
cool.
like that.
It's been in here a couple of times.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there we go.
It's like mad cow disease. So my week's been fantastic. Jury duty yesterday, ended up not getting selected. Thank goodness. I've never been called for jury duty before, and they take us into the room after they've separated us to what courts we're going to go to. And the first thing that flashes up on the screen is murder. I was like, oh, great. So my first time doing jury duty, and it's a murder case. So, yeah, thankfully I did not get chosen, but I did show up. And that's all that counts.
I may
I'd
have made
rather
a
have
phone
that
call.
than one
Well,
I
thank you,
got.
Joe Brett. I appreciate that.
I may know some people.
In Denton County.
I'm like, look, you do not want this guy.
This is one opinionated asshole. You don't want him on the jury.
Evan,
Evan,
just
thank
sent
you,
a
Thanks for the
Evan.
$20 super chat.
Evan,
He
thank
just sent
you,
a
brother.
link to the Ham Radio Clubhouse to both the defendant and the prosecutor.
Yeah.
And it was over.
Yep. They were like, nope.
We sent him the Mexico show. So.
Oh,
Guess
God.
what? Yeah, the judge wanted to put us all in jail and throw away the key for ruining YouTube
Right.
on Tuesday nights.
Well, we
After
sent him the
last
Mexico
131
show.
shows.
Not only did we send them the Mexico show, we actually advised them that if they ask nicely, we'll give them episode 31.
Oh shit!
See, I always get the number wrong, but Beer Snack does not forget.
31's not my episode. Sorry.
Ah, that's right. Joe.
I'm gonna go back and change the name of the episode.
Just title it, this is the one you're looking for. That's
Yeah,
it.
this is it.
Yes, this is it.
That's
This
what we're
is
gonna
it.
call it. This is it.
Look, yeah, this is it. Look no further.
So,
Shut up,
Four
Redneck.
Wheeling Redneck says that it was episode 32. So
All right.
just
Go on
watch
to
them
make-
both. Just
Go
watch
and
them
make that
both.
private right now.
Thursday through Sunday of this week was the Plano Balloon Festival, so that's the reason behind the background for today. This was for Fox 4. Did a live shot with them on Saturday morning, so that's fun.
So, did they pay to get their logo, or they legitimately have a balloon?
No, they paid. That's a banner that is velcroed to the balloon, so that
I can just imagine
We can
seeing
fly
a
it
live,
around.
live pursuit from the hot air balloon.
No, wait a minute. Stop. That's Velcroed on there. We're paying. I want a Clubhouse one on there. I want a
with
Clubhouse
enough
one
money,
on there.
you sure can.
Tell
Yes,
us
we
how
do.
much that
Yeah.
runs.
Yes, we
It's a
can
great
do it.
idea.
It is a good
We can do
idea.
it. Yeah,
Next
I want
time, next
Clubhouse.
time
You
we
could
do
put it
a
up. You could put it up right next to the K0LWC billboard.
banner, I'll tether
Right
it next to the
next to it.
billboard.
Yeah, and I want that the balloon to go right past it and just stop.
Stop.
Right. Totally.
At least we can say we get it up higher.
Yes, we can. Thank you, Mo.
Shane needs to find a balloon festival up in Minnesota, and we need to make that happen.
I'm sure there is one.
I'm sure there is.
So over to Beer Snack, because I know Beer Snack's going to take a few minutes, and then we'll dive into what we actually came to chat about tonight. But Beer Snack, how you been? Give your fans an update, man. They want to know how you been.
Yep.
That's a good thing, man. Great update.
I'm
Thanks
living.
for
That's where I'm at.
He's forgotten how to use the mic.
Actually put in. Hey, yeah, I'm still alive. Busy as heck. My internet. I'm having. You know what? I'm having Molson issues with my internet tonight. What's going on here?
kids are downloading something.
Oh, you
Where's he
pissed
gone?
him off. He's gone.
And done.
Oh my gosh.
What the?
There he is. He's down there.
Izzo, did those come from Bongo Rons?
No,
One
they
of our
did not.
viewers,
Did Don play with salty stuff?
one of our viewers sent
I got a
Izzo
box of
a
dicks
salty
in there.
bag of dicks.
Yes.
Exactly.
A box came in.
Did you? Where's it at? Where's it at, Izzo?
He just showed
You
it.
have to show it.
He just did.
Oh, I was looking at something else.
Full screen.
It doesn't seem like you to miss the diction. You know what? I'm not going to say that.
But who
You
did
said
this?
enough.
Who did this? Show your face. Show your
So-
face.
So I got a message from somebody. I got a message this week from somebody saying, I sent 3 bags of salty bags. What is it? 3 bags
Yeah,
of salty
3 and 3.
dicks to
It was 3 and
Izzo.
3.
And I was like, oh, okay, nice.
Well, let me tell you something. The salty. Wait, wrong one. These are very good. I highly recommend if you like a nice
You heard it here
salty-
first. If you like a
Mhm.
salty
Like-
dick.
Seriously, and I used to, and you guys know I used to be in the potato chip business after working for.
I thought it
a
was
local-
beans.
Well, that was afterwards. I was the Bean Man. So before I was the Bean Man, I worked for a regional company here in the Northeast called State Line Potato Chips. Then I went over to Frito-Lay. But this is a very, very good. This is the last bag. The other 2 bags were eaten. They're done. I will not eat this.
You need to try one. If I had to eat that Canadian shit on screen, you have to try a barbecue chip.
Yeah,
you can't not do it.
I just learned that last week that Izzo doesn't like barbecue. I'm like,
well, he's gonna try one tonight.
No. I like barbecue, meat and chicken.
well,
and
yeah,
all
but not
that.
barbecue chips. I'm sorry.
No, heck no.
You missed that episode.
Oh, he's opening it.
Oh my god.
This is a super. Hey,
So
save those super chats. Every time someone super
I know,
chats,
right?
Izzo eats a barbecue chip.
Izzo eats a chip.
Okay,
That's a
so
great
this is for
idea.
Evan.
You got to
Okay,
think
so-
like a real YouTuber here,
I know,
guys.
right?
Come on.
Correct. All right.
You got to capitalize on this.
So
Wait,
this is for
one
Evan,
chip
'cause
for every
Evan-
$5. So there was, no. It's one chip for every
No,
$5.
Evan gave us 20. This is a big one. This is worth $20 right
Yeah.
here. This is worth
Yeah.
Evan's $20.
No, that's a
big one.
$5 chip.
Evan's
You need to eat 3 more.
See?
You know, you can never take that back now.
Oh gosh, I love this.
Look at him spit it out.
I'm doing a super chat right now. That's how much I love it.
Once you try Dick with a barbecue, you can't ever take it back.
12-year-old
Oh, here we
scotch
go.
through the nose does not
Here
go
we go.
good.
Here's Ken.
Ken, I love you, brother.
Ken, the fellow Texan's in the house, buddy. Come on.
All right, Izzo.
Oh, there's Freddie. They're coming in now, dude. Just remember,
That's 2 chips.
there's 3.
So-
Scout
Scout.
75.
The Scout.
I need my wallet.
556.
This reminds me of the pickled beer.
Y'all are gonna kill
Right?
Izzo. He's gonna call it sick tomorrow.
Right.
I gotta go get my.
Goodness.
I'll be back. I gotta go get my credit card. Hold on.
You don't have that autosave?
There's another one.
Cool.
I thought you were a brother.
Oh wow.
Oh goodness. Look at
12
this.
chips at Christmas.
Well, $12 Canadian. How much does
No.
that work out?
No, take that back. Take that back. It is not anywhere near Christmas yet.
Yeah, right?
We've already started the Christmas talk.
Izzo. I want to ask
Last
you,
one.
Izzo.
Let's do the last one.
I want to ask you.
Last one.
I got to ask you.
What?
What about the flavor do you not like?
Hang on.
Is it the vinegar? Is it the tang? Is it the... We have 107 people watching that would love to know why you don't like barbecue chips.
Well, before he explains, there's another super chat that just came in.
Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
So
All of your super chats to punish Izzo also go to the next free giveaway rating.
Yeah,
So just keep that
exactly.
in mind.
Oh my God, who's that redhead? That's a new guy. Goodness. So anyway, Izzo.
Izzo's choking up on the dicks. Chips.
Redhead.
Steve, we're supposed to be brothers. What the hell? If we were on Sealand and you needed a hand coming up to the, I would be the first guy to say,
He's
"Here,
going
let
to
me
push
give
you off
a
the
hand."
ladder.
Now
There you
you're
go,
gonna get
brother.
pushed off the ladder.
I love you anyway.
I'll eat some more a little bit. Only fair
Yeah.
because I know how to take one for. I know how to take a lot for the team here.
Four-wheeling
You got-
redneck says,
You guys are
$5
bending me
good-
over.
Good to work you, Poda.
Good work,
And
you
then,
Poda.
this asshole says $10 Canadian.
Poda
More
chips.
That's 2 more chips, Izzo.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
So you're 4 behind.
Hey,
You're 4
Yeah.
behind.
We're gonna keep. I'm gonna keep track.
If
over
you
here.
start
So
delaying, we're
everyone
going to.
everyone send Izzo a new bag of chips every week, and y'all do this every week.
Yeah, I was just saying.
It'll
If
all be
Izzo,
barbecue chips.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
Izzo starts stalling too long, somebody will
He's
send
gonna
him an
wind up having
entire
to dump the
case
whole
of
bag in his
these.
mouth.
It's
But
got to be better than
Izzo needs
Lay's,
another
right?
satchel of Richards.
That's true with
Satchel
Richard.
Richards. Izzo, man, we appreciate you being the sport here. I know you're.
Love you, brother.
I'm your number one. I know.
Hey, that's my hand gesture.
Just like an Echo Tide, $5.
Oh, God.
And here's the thing: I think if I drink I have some iced tea or something. I think if I drink, it's only going to make it worse. I think.
No, it'll get rid of it. Then you can go back to having just the flavor.
Drink some water. Drink some water.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You should have brought a banana.
Banana.
It's a
a
palate
banana with my
cleanser.
dicks. Yeah, sure. Sure, that's going to go off right.
That's a cat. Toy.
Nobody wants to watch Izzo eat a banana.
Cat toy.
No, you don't want me. No, I don't eat bananas.
It's a cat toy. It's good.
I like a taco. Okay, so you asked me before about this taste. There is
Yes.
something about it. Just like it doesn't. My palate, it just doesn't agree with mixing of the seasoning. No, I spit. I'm sorry. The seasoning of the potato chip. Like I like a good chip with some sea salt, some fresh oil, crunchy, whatever. But when you start adding different seasonings, see, it's all stuck in my molars now. It's all... Listen, I'm just gonna do it. It's like ripping off the Band-Aid. We're just gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
Absolutely.
They're hair free. Quit complaining.
They're hair free. Hair free.
Hey, I had to eat a whole bag of the ketchup potato
They
chips.
Oh, those are not good.
Listen, they
Ketchup.
trim them
I couldn't-
before they send
I
them out.
couldn't-
You're fine.
I couldn't feel this side, the corners of my mouth from all the vinegar. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh goodness! Well, all right, so let's jump into our topic. We'll start with Jason, and I'm going to swap you guys out. But Jason, you want to kind of give us an idea how did the Rove go, and then in a minute we'll get to you and Izzo and talk about W1AW.
Yeah, right after this bag of chips thing, tell us how you and Kyle spent the night for several days together.
All right. So yeah,
Daniel,
So
you're
there's a-
there. You go.
y'all are screen swapping on me a little bit too much. Okay. So we flew to Hartford and activated. We stayed with Izzo the first day we went with the three of us went to Rhode Island and activated. And Kyle couldn't say the name of that place to save his life.
Pronounce it, Jason.
And,
pronounce it for him.
Misquamicut.
Misquamicut. It's very simple. It's very simple.
It's not simple, but
Not
it's
for someone from
Misquamicut.
St. Louis.
Yeah. So we activated Rhode Island that day. The next day we drove up and activated Pennsylvania. Where was it? Pennsylvania and New York and New Jersey, I think. And and when we got to the New York park, it was like a forest at the end of a road. Like you're driving through a neighborhood and you're like, "There's not a park in here." But sure enough, you guys can go ahead with that super chat real quick.
Yeah, Izzo.
Oh man, 1999. All Clubhouse members should take note. Joe Brett has been releasing some awesome videos lately.
And for $19.99, wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
So we activated Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. And when we got to New York, it was like 3:30 in the
shipping.
afternoon. And we're just like, let's activate this and go. And we set up on the trunk of the car and spider beams mast, infed half wave, and started. And said we're just going to pass the mic back and forth for 10 or 12 contacts. And the band just opened up, and it was and we did about 110 contacts in probably just over an hour.
Wow.
And 110 each. And
Oh,
of course,
wow.
we're the same stations. You know, I
Sure.
worked the stations, Kyle worked the station, back and forth, just over an hour. And and we shut. We're like, okay, yeah, we need to go. So we're gonna go get some dinner. We were hungry, so we shut down and we're driving to the dinner place. Kyle wanted to go get some. Or no, that was not to the next day. I don't remember where we ate that night, but we ate lobster rolls the next day. Kyle wanted to get lobster rolls in Maine, and we're driving back to the hotel on that night. I think that was Wednesday night. And I pull up the PODA website for that park we had just activated and got 110 contacts each. And the top activator at that park had 109. So we took the first and second place at that park without even trying it. So that was fun. We did 3 more parks the next day. And then Friday morning we got up and went to a park in where was that? Massachusetts.
Well,
that was a really
Wells?
pretty park.
Wells or something?
Wells Day State Park, or what? No, Wells State Park. Yeah, Wells State Park, and that was a really pretty park. Activated right by the lake. It was pretty good. Any1D came out there. Dimitri, he came out there and met us. We got to meet him face to face. That was fun. And then we drove up to Newington and met Izzo there, and then we did the tour of W1AW. So that was good. The next morning we activated Connecticut and went home. But I think I left my freaking spider beams mast on the plane because I can't find it. I think it's gone. So
what
I
state
ordered
was
another
that
one
so
today.
I can look?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you flew
I'm
Southwest, we
playing
might have a way to check.
Right.
I didn't fly Southwest.
I've
Kyle
been
did.
wanting
I
one
flew
of those.
American.
You're lost.
Everybody run to the lost and found at your nearest airport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Yeah. So I tweeted American Air. They're really good about replying to tweets and asking. They said check this link and file a claim. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I probably won't get it back. I've already ordered another one. I love that mast. The 7-meter spider beams mast is freaking awesome. I love it.
Oh yeah,
So I ordered another one. But
that's
but
the
it was
mini
fun.
one, right? The Spider Beams mini.
They call it a mini. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, it's like it's probably 2.5, almost 3 feet when it's broken down all the way. I wouldn't really call that mini. I got the soda beams, the little soda beams, carbon 6 mast, and I had it with me. Now I didn't use it because it's shorter when it's extended all the way. It's shorter than the spider beams, and since I had the spider beams, I used that one instead. But yeah, they call it the 7-meter mini mast. But
I
guess
love those Spider Beam masks are
those are
fantastic.
great. Yeah, they're some of the best masks I have. The TN07 and the DX Commander masks are very good as well, but they're a little bit taller when they're broken down. So if you're looking for something a little bit more compact, the Spider Beams is a great option. So, but yeah, it was that was all the whole Rove. The whole idea was Kyle's. He planned everything. He planned the trip. He rented the car, and we had a good time. He did a really good job of picking out where to go. And it was a really fun trip. I wish 10 meters had been open a little bit more, but I got some contacts on 10, some nearby contacts from nearby states on 40, and then spent the rest of the time on 20. So it was a good trip. We really enjoyed it.
Now, Jason, tell them about the
There it
about
is.
the win.
That's it. About what?
Jason, tell them how somebody found you on APRS.
Yeah, so we're at the park in Maine, and it was I'm forgetting all these park names right now. I can't remember the name of the park right now, but it was right on the ocean.
A Kittery.
Yeah, that's right. It was like a fort. It was like an old fort. There are old cannons sitting out there, and barracks,
cool.
old barracks and stuff. So we got some video of that. And a guy came up to me and he's like, "Hey, I knew you were going to be here." Yeah, because I said, "Yeah, we're going to Maine. We're going to be on the water." And he's like, "I know where that is." He lived in New Hampshire, so he came up there and met me. And I did a video. The last part of my video that day was with him. His name was John. His name was John. I almost said Scott. His name was John. And a really nice guy. He'd only been a ham for a few months. He didn't have an FT5, so I'm like, "Here you go, take this.
There you go.
Do some
Awesome.
APRS. Don't watch KMRD's videos." And,
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
but yeah, it was fun. Not as much. You guys in New England need to step up your game on the APRS iGates and Digipeters. Not as much activity up there as what I found in like Portland, Oregon area and in Utah. And someone locally told me, "Oh yeah, well, we got mountain rangers out here that block everything." And I'm like, "Your Digipeater should be on top of the mountain."
Yeah, no kidding.
You have no excuse. I mean, that needs to be up high, some with your repeaters. So
You know,
yeah,
It's funny you said that, because when I started chasing your APR signal on Wednesday morning when I got to work,
Mhm.
there it was, and then it was gone. There it was, and then it was
Right.
gone. It was very interesting. And then the same thing on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then because it's just gone forever. And I think I was checking every 15 minutes. I changed the setting to every 30 minutes. But I mean, I kind of knew where you guys were going, but I wanted to see you on the map. That was the whole thing of.
Yeah.
right.
So.
Yeah. I was watching myself on the map to see how often the beacon got picked up. It's just a 5-watt HT inside of a car, but it was It worked much better driving from Portland, Oregon to Salt Lake City, Utah with Chris from Buddy Pole. When we get into a city, we would pick up all kinds of stuff going that route. So
Well,
and it worked in New England, it's just not as well as I thought it would.
Hayden did that when he was riding the train from California all the way to Chicago. He had this APRS going the entire time. It was interesting.
Nobody knew what call sign to look for.
He was using his U.S. call sign, so
I did.
Yeah, yeah.
Shane.
I got Speaking of call signs, I was just sent this by our dear friend viewer Jody. Can I share something quickly?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Canada's doing good. All right. The Royal Canadian Air Force is investigating an inappropriate and unapproved call sign that was transmitted electronically from one of its aircrafts on Monday. RCAF identified, otherwise known as call signs, contain 4 letters and 2 numbers. And it says a CF-18 Hornet on a flight in the United Kingdom was broadcasting globally as Delta India Charlie Kilo 69.
It was not me. It was not me. I swear to God, it was the chips.
I think they put that little asterisk there because if it takes 4 letters, I'm pretty sure they put it in there. So I don't know.
Well, you got the redacted copy.
Some pilot or co-pilot lost a bet.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And somebody probably lost their job. No.
Yeah.
Hey, the question is, did they draw something in the sky?
That's only U.S. Air Force pilots. They're the only ones
Still
that
an
do
F-18
that kind
pilot.
of stuff.
Blue Angels.
It doesn't look like it.
Well, good deal. So, Izzo, do you want to pick up where Jason left off? You guys were headed back, went to W1AW.
Well, so let's talk from Tuesday night. So after the show ended, we got him settled in, and Kyle had a glass of milk. Like I said, I read him a bedtime story about how to be a good poda activator without.
Did he have a nightlight on?
All raised up. No, seriously.
Operate on 7.2.
These guys, I'm going to say this. I'm going to be very serious give me 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You know, in this hobby, you meet a lot of people, and shut up, ear snack. These guys are one of the top notches of ham fan with the biggest hearts. We know it. But to experience it is another thing, and I am very honored, like I always am every week. Here being on YouTube, watching various shows between the Coffee and Ham Radio guys. Everybody is a huge, big heart ambassador, and I mean that. But these guys really knocked my socks off of just hanging out, having fun. I told them I needed a week like this to just go play. I got out of work on Wednesday, and I'm gonna start doing this more often. I have a park literally 5 minutes from the 911 center. I raced out of there, but excuse me, I gave them all my gear. I said, just take everything I have. I kept my radio, a battery, 50 feet of feed line, and one of my backup antennas. I felt naked. Oh, in a mask. I felt naked, but I did it. So I sat on 40 meters. I activated the park. They were already gone. I get it. They're on their schedule. But I said, shit, I'm just going to keep operating. Then all of a sudden the bees started coming around. So I got the hell out of there. Friday morning, we met up with a good game, Steve. And I haven't seen Steve in probably a little over a year. Again, what an incredible host Steve was to the three of us up at the league. He gave us a great tour. We saw a lot of stuff. It was fun to go into the lab. I took some pictures. I texted them over to Ape to get him all kind of wiggity wackety.
Are you going to share those pictures so we can share them with the 110 people who are watching tonight?
I don't have that picture anymore. I do. I'm
sorry. Probably have it somewhere. So,
no, that picture's in a private folder that he won't share with us.
That's a private folder,
right?
Yeah. We petitioned Good Game that they should try to submit to the PODA website to make W1AW a PODA spot.
Right.
Because
that'd be cool.
it is a historical monument site, whatever. It's a historical place. It's, Hiram Percy Maxim used to have his headquarters there. I mean, it's been there for 100 years. So it's not been in that same location for 100 years. They moved it at some point in like 1920 or 30 or something like that.
Right.
Steve was telling us the story, but it's been there for like 80 years.
Right.
So I'm
And
like,
but it's also expanded.
Yeah.
But is it a park?
It's not a park. It's a historical site, like Kitty Hawk or Gettysburg, which are both PODA entities.
So
there
we
was
were
a couple of them
spitballing.
up near the Eisenhower, the house there for Eisenhower.
Yes.
So once Jason said it, we were like spitballing ideas like crazy for them to consider. And I'm actually thinking of drafting the email up to Dave Minister, say, would you please consider this? And and giving everyone credit. Hold on, Jesse. I gotta hit up Jesse.
Jesse, thanks for the $5.
I'm in the middle of a story, Jesse.
Right.
Is it a state or national historic? Like, is it a state historic site?
It is.
Yeah, I believe it is. I believe it is a state historic site. Yeah.
Then it should. Then somebody.
Yeah. It's
Don, get
definitely
on
a
your
national
state representative.
It's the birthplace of ARRL. It's definitely a national historic site. In my book, it counts. I mean, if like Kitty Hawk and Gettysburg are on there, W1AW should be there, in my opinion.
Should definitely count.
Yeah.
There could be some logistic. But I have some ideas for that.
You might have a little bit of antenna interference when you try to set up a portable antenna.
That's so true. Yeah. You might only have to be able to activate it inside the park from the park.
Right. So, yeah. But you may have to pick your times when someone's not pumping 800 watts out of that 125-foot tri-bander they got, which was fun to operate.
But I bet.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Is there video? Did you guys? Is there Izzo? Did you take pictures? Anything while you were working?
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay.
I'm gonna share. Let's see. So let me see how I
So
can...
Dennis 86DM says $5, but do not eat a chip. So thank you, Dennis. Thank you for having Izzo's thoughts in your in your.
Hey, Dennis doesn't make the rules. Eat a damn chip.
Wait a minute. I'm sharing. I'm in the middle of sharing my. Hang on. I will.
This is his podcast. This is our show. Eat a chip.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you guys see the? Can you guys see the?
I see it down below. So let me add it in. There we go.
Add it big.
All right. We can try to go solo with that. If that makes it even bigger.
Tell me when you see it, and I'll talk a little bit about it.
Yep.
Okay. So this is one of, I think, 3 towers on the property, I believe. I think it's 3 or 4 towers. And they're all multi-beam stacked. And when you walk in there, Joe is the station manager, another awesome guy. His hospitality is incredible. He'll tell you the history of this. But then he'll say to you, when he goes to operating, he'll say, well, what band do you want to work in? What mode? And I've never played with high power before. And I think I was about 500 watts. I'll show you some stuff in a minute. But this was one of the towers, and I was on 17 meters. Jason, you started off at what, 15 or 6?
Yeah, 15. No,
15,
I didn't do it.
Then
we looked at 6, but there was no activity on 6, so I started in 15.
Right, and that's the other tower.
That tree. Go back one, go back one, because that tree in that back corner looks like a good one to throw a line into. Far left of that.
But it is amazing when you get on W and you call CQ as W1AW, and you're pumping over 500 watts. Now, for a guy like me who sits on either 10 watts, 5 watts, 10 watts, 100 watts maybe, to have all of this power, it's a little intimidating at first, I will tell you, but you get used to it just like anything else. This is another tower with other various antennas, and again, it's just an amazing. I'll look at
Holy cow!
Oh yeah,
that is a quite the mess of antennas.
What way am I pointing?
Yeah, no kidding.
Right.
Yeah, pointing all the ways.
What was cool
Short
about
path,
this?
long path, or left path.
Hey, you're in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
we
I'm
were-
not sure why that came in upside down. But anyway, that's Jason and I obviously, and we're sitting right next to each other, and we were not interfering with each other. We were. I mean, I really couldn't hear him. The headphones were excellent.
Were you on the same band?
No, we were not in
No?
the same band.
No.
Yeah, because they've got the
Different-
good band
different band.
pass filters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, exactly.
And the good
All of us-
radios.
So what?
Very good.
All of a
fantastic.
so I had my phone next to me, obviously, and all of a sudden I bring up DXC, and somebody spotted me on 18 decibel 130, and I thought that was cool to see myself being spotted like that with on DXC. That was cool. And then Kyle starts fooling around here with the straight key and everything, and
Kyle puts
And-
his fingers on everything.
he does. He does. I told him now. I said, give me a funny one. Give me a serious one. He was operating, I believe, on 10 meters.
Yes, he
And
was. Yeah.
And if you go to his YouTube channel as well as Jason, just so you know, guys, we should point out Jason's put up a couple videos already. Go to Jason's channel, check him out. Kyle's been starting to upload some stuff. This is us in front of W1AW.
Now that's a motley
Why is
crew
Steve
if I've ever
standing a
seen
step
one.
behind you? Why is Steve up on a step?
I'm actually on ground level. They're all on steps. That's how that works.
Is that not a motley crew or what?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
that is a motley crew.
That's a motley crew.
We very strategically placed good game between Kyle and I on that picture.
He just needs to put his arms up on either one of you.
Yeah.
There's another shot, another angle of towers and like I said, I think I was pushing anywhere. I think on peak I was about 600 watts on peak, maybe dead key 400ish, but it was really incredible. Hang on, I want to just skip that. I want to skip that for a minute. So in the midst of operating, so I did. I went through my stats today, and I worked 34. I had 34 contacts on 17 meters.
Wow.
And a little bit in about 75 minutes. But I didn't know I worked Saudi Arabia when I was there. I was just like, I confirmed the contact and just moved on. And I was when I went back, I'm like, Saudi Arabia on 17 meters. I went to the guy's QRZ page, and there he was. He had me on his QRZ page, but it was just absolutely incredible. I worked a Ukrainian station, Poland, Belgium, the Czech Republic, Switzerland, Italy, and then a whole bunch of U.S. stations. And like I said, it was just absolutely fun working stuff like that to really, Jason, I'm not sure if you had a chance to look at any of your contacts.
No, not really.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I tried some 15 meters and didn't really. I think I made one or two contacts, and I switched over. And I did some 10 meters. It was a funny story. There was a guy there working 10 meters with his wife. They were both there. They were sitting there when we got there, and he worked for a good 20, 30 minutes after we were there, and then they left, and they were working on 28.4. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go work some 10. I love the 10 meter band. I try to get on 10 meters as much as I can. So I walked over there. They had been gone for maybe 4 or 5 minutes. I went to Joe. I said, I want to work that station they just left. He said, okay. So we switched things around. He's like, okay, put my call sign in
Joe.
and went him in. And I started calling CQ on that same band, and some guy comes back to me. Frequency is in use. And I'm like, you squirrel. This guy who just got up had been on the band on that frequency for a freaking hour. And that guy swooped in and grabbed it. And by that time, I think the band had kind of started to die because all the stations were sounding like they're in the background. So I went back to the other radio and got back on 20 meters and made some contacts there. But somebody in the chat a minute ago had asked what radios were there, and I got all that in my video, which I will post next week. It's being edited right now. I worked TS990 Kenwood. Izzo was on a FT101 MP, the 200 watt version. There was an FT.
Yes, very impressive.
Yeah. There was
Very
an FTDX 5000 and a 9000. There was another Kenwood, like a TS 570, I think, and I think there was 6 stations. There's 6 stations total. So it was 3 of them were Yaesu, 2 of them were Kenwood, and I can't remember what the last one was. It was not an Icon. which I found I found it surprising they didn't have an Elecraft K4 or a Flex there.
No,
Made them mistake.
the flex is in the club station inside.
Yes, that's
Inside,
true.
correct,
They did have a
correct.
Flex inside in the club station. That's true. Yes, but I mean, all the radios they had were fantastic rigs, just top of the line rigs in their day.
I like all the, the ICOM and the Yaesu and the Flex. I like all those radios, but man, when you say the word Kenwood, that just speaks to the heart.
I'm pretty much brand agnostic. If it's a cool radio, I will buy it and use it. I don't really care.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just growing up, in teenage years and stuff. All the stereo equipment in the car was all Kenwood.
Yes,
had to be Kenwood.
Kenwood. The Kenwood head unit. Yeah.
You can have your your Fosgate speakers, but man, you wasn't nothing if you didn't have that red triangle.
Listen, don't make me use my credit card all night, guys. We gotta make it eat that damn bag.
Let me tell you
I'm not
something.
making you use your credit card at all. You're doing it all on your own.
If
Might
I
as well
gotta
have
eat-
Joe's video in the background.
If I gotta eat all these dicks, you're not eating no freaking blizzards tonight. I'll tell you that right now. I don't want to see you eating a blizzard. But I will tell you this.
DoorDash
So,
one.
you walk into the operating a building. They have this beautiful geochrome. Am I saying that right? The geochrome? I got chips.
Close enough. We all know what you're talking about.
And with the different layers that you can put on there for weather, earthquakes, which I'm a big, being an emergency management guy, and I have the apps. I have it up on my
Is that
phone.
the
but
4K?
Yes. Oh, of course. Oh my God! To see this on there, it's just absolutely incredible. And you're really in the hype of. You feel like a ham when you walk into this property, man. Even before you went inside, you feel like a ham. And to see all the bricks of donations from various people who are some Silent Key families to those who are still with us, there's a lot of donation stuff there going on, and it really makes you appreciate who you are as a ham radio operator. I'm glad I struggled. I remember when I was struggling getting my general back in the 90s. I struggled. I'm glad I did. You know what I'm saying? I am happy to be part of this hobby. I struggled trying to figure out what poda is, and I'm glad I figured it out. And I got off paper logging to go to wait, hang on. Thank you, Jody. You're absolutely right.
Toga.
0.0. But you really feel like a ham, and you're deeply appreciative of who we are and the capabilities and the privileges that we do have in this hobby. So it was just absolutely very cool. There's a lot of local stuff though. There's a whole bunch of rack mounts of stuff for the D-Star equipment for the local stuff here in the area. The local repeaters. Couple guys we work were coming on. Some guys who I haven't seen up the league and who I've only talked to on the radio. It was good just to shake their hands. It was really a fun time, and it just really makes you want to go out and play radio after being there. So
Did you guys have a chance to hunt some POTA SW1AW?
I did.
no,
Yeah.
you did. Yes, sir. I was saying you did. Yeah.
I worked a couple of POTA stations, and I worked. In fact, I work Hotel India 8 November, and
Ant, thanks for
Done.
the $5 super chat.
Let me
burn that
translate.
bag of
Ant-
barbecue chips.
Let me translate this.
Hang on.
Ant is saying he loves you so much, Don. He wants you to eat that entire bag right now.
Joe Brett,
No,
your
we're not going
microphone's
to
doing
listen.
that weird clip
No,
thing.
I love.
What?
All right, Ant. This is for
You
you.
have to reset your mic again because it's doing that clippy thingy.
I heard that.
All right.
And this
I thought
one
it was on
is-
my end because I'm on a bad connection.
That's a heavy one
And this
there.
one-
That's a heavy one, Don. That's a heavy one.
Oh,
Guess what? Guess what? This one's for Bean. This one's
There
for
you
Bean.
go.
Oh,
Here.
Nothing.
She
a
would
little
love
bit of Huntsville whiskey won't fix.
Joe Brett is still doing it. I don't know what's causing it. Yeah. Jody says, Jody, $12 Canadian, 12 more days just for Izzo being such a good sport. There you go.
Guys, if I have to go to the emergency room after this show and I got to tell the doctor what happened, I'm going to have to tell him, you need to do a team replay and watch this show.
Yep,
Right.
this is why I'm here, Doc.
Right. Tell him to watch the Clubhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jody.
Don, if they
Jody,
ask,
this
you're
is for you.
self-insured.
I'll text Maggie to come get you.
Yeah, there you go. I just noticed that Joe Brett has someone eating chips over his shoulder.
You just noticed that? I've been watching that since
Yeah.
before Don started talking.
I'm not very observant.
And that's not
I
me,
love
by
you,
the
Joe.
way.
I was about to say, you got a brother?
It looked like molten up. Oh, there you go, Dan.
Oh,
Dan's gonna put you
damn.
all
Brother
in
Dan,
pain.
Oh.
You know,
Just eat the whole damn
this
bag.
is supposed to be he's a poda brother, too. He's a poda brother. I will in a minute. Hang on. Hang on.
Thank you, Dan, for the $50 super chat. That's awesome.
Oh,
Y'all
Shane,
are amazing.
I got
just wanna
Dan in
show
my.
one
I got
Go ahead.
Dan in my log from almost every park I worked. Not all of them, but almost all of them. So Dan was there hunting the whole weekend.
There's one thing I do
I don't
want
know,
to
Joe,
show.
talk.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
There you
you're
go.
back.
You're good.
Okay.
All three bags.
Shane,
No,
can
there's
you
only
bring up
one
that
bag of
picture I have?
barbecue. The other two are salty dicks. So what he's saying is he likes it so much he needs you to send him more.
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
he's got two. By the way, so Derek, Whiskey 7
Here's
Delta
that.
Mike Whiskey, he is the one who speaking of Finale, he's the one who sent you the bag of dicks.
Oh,
So-
Derek, my dumpster fire brother. My dumpster fire brother.
Way to go, Derek.
Good job, Derek. Attaboy.
Get it up. Shane, can
So-
you just bring up the last picture I have?
Let's see. Yes.
I
Oh,
gotta
hold on.
explain. I gotta explain this picture.
You do have to explain that picture because I'm questioning
Oh, boy.
things.
So I get up to the airport on Tuesday to pick the guys up, and all the rental car places are all right there. And Kyle sent me his itinerary, and I didn't understand like why we have to go like 15, 20 minutes south of the airport to pick up a car. He says, I'm not going to say the name of the company because this is really not. This is a joke, but I don't want to give any bad press to the company that he actually did use, which was very good. Don't get me wrong.
It's because the last person to use it didn't get the insurance. Okay, that's why.
Well,
That's
it's-
why you don't use Turo. It's okay.
Well, you could say that, not me. Anyway,
I have a buddy that rents for Turo. It's fine.
so when we went to go drop the rental car off on Saturday morning, and according to these guys, they had no problem. They had no problem throughout the entire week. They had good gas mileage, plenty of room, I guess, the whole 9 yards. But we pull into the commuter parking lot to drop off the car, and I go like around it. I'm like, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want my brothers here to think that this is, Connecticut is a crazy place or something. And Jason, I think next to it was a pickup truck that looked very similar. I'm like,
Yeah, there
what
was
the
a
hell
couple
is
of cars in that lot that had missing wheels, and I don't know if that was how they were parked or if the owner was doing maintenance on his car in a public lot. I don't know, but
Well,
This
that's
looks
how
like
they
a
keep
rent-
you from stealing it.
This
They
looks
take
like
the
a
tire
rental
already,
car
so you don't have to, you
that,
can't take it.
this
Yeah.
looks like a rental car that Chuck would book from over at Coffee and Ham Radio. So
Well,
he rented a building or a house that had been condemned.
yeah,
So-
yeah.
No, it had
Are
been
you sure?
repoed.
Oh,
are
there
you
you go.
serious?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
So I quickly said to Kyle, let's go take a picture. And yes, he knows a thing or two, right? Well, guess what, Joe? You're right. Because after we
Right.
took this picture, we get back in my vehicle. I'm like, oh my God, what happens if this vehicle was used in a crime? And the cameras right now are all watching us take pictures of it like we're recording. And I'm
It looks like
waiting
it's got
for
Kyle's fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of this is the kind of fun week we had a couple days. I really wish Saturday had better weather. My initial plan was to hit 2 or 3 Connecticut parks, get them up to the airport, send them along their way. We were only able to do one, but we did meet up with Rob NUG from the 741 YouTube show. He met us about halfway. It was fun to operate there, and we all operated the from the park, activated it. But again, it was just a great time with some great guys. And so there you go. Oh, and they made me drink beer. That's the other thing. They made me drink
They made
beer.
me.
So you were
they made
hazed.
you.
Yes,
You were
they
hazed.
twisted.
Oh,
But I got to tell you though, you know what was kind of funny? My first time, I whispered over I said, Kyle, I don't know what to drink. He's like, don't worry about it. Just pick
We
out
didn't
a
steer you
Pilsner.
wrong though.
No, you did not, because the
didn't steer you-
Pilsners,
Yeah.
the Pilsners were too weak for me. There was this red cider.
Red
I
ale.
forget
No,
what
it was a red ale.
red ale, which I kind of
Red
liked.
ale.
I actually did like that one. So maybe
Those are
I stepped up my game a little bit.
Yeah.
But my God, I mean,
Well, listen, I just got a message from
You-
Dan.
you-
He says you better step up your game and eat some more chips for that $50. He said.
You've already Izzo, without even trying, you were already in a higher class of people than the smoke with your beer, so it was all good. It's all good.
I was gonna say, there's one
There you go.
Try, Jason.
there you go. That is a good beer.
That's an 11%er.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's hot. But
So does that qualify as a stout?
No, I
it's
think that was an IPA, wasn't it?
I'm trying to
No,
learn
no,
all
no.
this stuff. Why is a stout
That one's an
compared
ale,
to
I
a craft? Anyway.
Well,
Craft-
stout doesn't necessarily mean that it's got a lot of alcohol in it,
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
because you can have a 4% alcohol stout.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
you can
Stout
have a,
just means you could chew it.
you can I know. You can have a 12 to 15% IPA as well.
absolutely Imperial
yeah.
IPAs.
we went to this
just
one
means-
place. Go, Chase. Go,
Craft just
Jason.
means just means that it's produced in a lower quantity than like Anheuser-Busch produces their beers. It's a certain, I think it's like 20,000 barrels a year or 30,000 barrels a year or something like that. Less than that number, then it's considered a craft beer. So, and it's usually independently owned and made and operated, that kind of thing. So, yeah, craft can
Okay.
be anything, but they can make pilsners and lagers craft, and that's what Izzo drank. And I tasted a couple of the ones he was drinking, and I'm like, these are decent. They're definitely better
You're
than
right. I don't
than a
know.
Coors Light. So,
But
Shane
for the
says,
Miller.
thanks for the $5 super chat. Shane says, Izzo, dipping those chips in milk might help out with the bitter taste.
no way. No way.
Gotta love our fans here.
You
One of the
okay, Bear
things-
Snack?
Shane's a good dude.
sounds like something a
Beer
master.
snack, you okay?
Right?
So we get to this one place, and the girl, and I didn't know what to drink, so she poured them in these little tiny little, I don't know.
So you
like
got a flight?
brand-
No,
What?
it's like a
You gotta-
it's like a taster cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like Kyle looks at me, he says, "Well, you got to finish it." I said, "No, I tasted it." He says, "No, you got to drink the whole thing." And I'm looking at her.
He
And
was
she's
messing
like-
with you. You don't really have to, but yeah.
Yeah, I learned it afterwards. And then I went up to her and I said, "Well, can I have a cigar?" And I didn't know you can't smoke in these places. And she's
Right.
looking at me. She's like, "What are you, an idiot?" I'm like, "I'm sorry. I've
Yes. Say yes.
never. Whatever. Just give me a beer. I'll take the beer and I'll sit over there and I'll be good."
So Ken said something that I want to address real quick. Ken Lewis, W1KL. Stouts are considered fall winter ales. I don't think they're considered ales, fall winter, but you can drink them year round now. Yes, that's not untrue. However, IPAs are generally considered summer beers, and they have those all year round too. So the craft beer bars that I go to in July and August, and like, it's 100 degrees outside, why would you want a stout? And I'm like, okay, if I come back here in December, it's 25 degrees outside, you're going to have all stouts on your wall and no IPAs? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
We had that
So
problem, Jason,
technically
at
a stout-
place number 2. Remember?
Technically,
Yeah,
a
place
stout
number
is an ale because it uses top fermenting yeast. But a stout
Okay,
just
so
means
you know more
it
than
is
I do, then.
it's a dark top fermented beer style. You can have dry stouts, oatmeal stouts, milk stouts, and imperial stouts.
Oatmeal stouts.
The stout that I make is only about 4.5% alcohol because I want all the flavor, but I want to be able to drink more than 3 of them without having
Right.
fallen out of my chair.
Well, you need to bring some
Yeah.
of that to Huntsville next year.
I know, right?
Yeah. Stouts, yeah, I like all kinds of stouts. I don't really care what the ABV is. In fact,
Yeah.
a lot of times I'll look at the wall and I'll say if they have like 2 or 3 stouts, and I'll usually pick the one with the lower ABV because I'm like, I don't want to be falling down out of here when I leave. So
Right.
um,
That
yeah,
or
but
you
yeah,
get
and
full.
Yeah, yeah.
You drink one and you get full.
If we're sitting around the camper, it doesn't matter. Give me the heavy one.
That's true.
I didn't know there was anything light.
The imperial stouts are usually a higher ABV. Sometimes they're
Yeah.
they're whiskey. If they're barrel aged in a whiskey barrel, I don't typically like those because they're too sweet for me.
Mhm.
They taste like this wine sweetness or this whiskey sweetness to them. I don't care for that. But you forgot peanut butter stouts, Shane. Those are probably the best ones.
I love peanut butter stouts.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Yes. Yeah. They're much like peanut butter whiskey, Joe Brett. So
Oh
maybe,
yeah,
maybe Noel could be a stout person. You never know.
There you
right,
go.
right. We're gonna have to try that next year.
We're gonna have to try it. Yeah, we'll bring her some peanut butter stouts at next year. Huntsville.
I'll load up the bed of the truck because I think I'm getting a camper and towing one out. So
We have the Belching Beaver here, which is a peanut butter that has the peanut butter stout that's really good.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Belching Beaver's good.
Belching beaver.
That goes good with the conversation we had the other day.
Yes, it does.
Oh man!
Yes,
If
it
you're not
does,
part of
Joe.
our Discord, you probably should.
Well,
what's
they're not
always in the back
part of
channel
that.
stays in the back channel, boys. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As always, links to the Discord, both us and Toads, is going to be down in the description of the video. So be sure and check that out. It's a lot of fun over there. And we have those crazy guys over in the dumpster fire. So if you want to hang out with your buddies and watch the show, there's a whole group over there. I haven't checked in on the dumpster fire tonight to see. Looks like we have 8 in the dumpster fire tonight.
That's
Yeah.
two.
They must be pretty wild tonight because I seen a fella in the chat earlier said he had to bow out.
No, they don't call it the dumpster fire for nothing.
Dan, I'm making Dan Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November. I'm making sure that your money is respected. So he just ate 2, so he's got $30 left in that bank account.
Yeah.
There's not a lot left in this bag. I'll tell you right now.
Well, good thing you have 2 more bags. And again,
No, I don't. I gave them to a friend, and she said they were very good. So, but no, I'm not
nonsense.
making- no, the left-
Nonsense.
The only one I have is a salt. I have a full salty bag here. Oh God!
I just saw the picture in the Discord of the picture. It's another picture of Big Game, Izzo, and Jason at the Adler.
Big game or good game?
Big game. Big game.
Big Game.
I wouldn't
game.
let that one go.
Big game.
I'm just reading the screen. I didn't type this up. It's Good Game, but he says Big Game. So
It's big game.
It's big
and
game.
Everybody else.
Big game.
So yeah, over in the K5YVY Clubhouse chat in the general.
He is the
Clubhouse
Brood
chat,
Squad.
so. Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, Izzo?
Yeah, we went to one place and Good Game walked up to the counter. He's like, "I'll have a coffee stout," and she's like, "No," and he's like, "What?" And
"All right, we're
do you
gonna
have any stouts? And she's like, "No, the darkest thing we have is a red." And I'm like, "That ain't dark, honey." Yeah, sorry.
We didn't stay there.
Yeah.
We didn't stay there very long.
We didn't stay there very long. No, we didn't.
Yeah, the
The ones
Cusco
we had
boys.
were decent, but like the first place we had with the 2 or 3 stouts was much better. So Good Game
how's
likes his
the
coffee stouts.
how's the craft beer world there versus here in Texas, Jason? You can compare the two. Did they have some good beers up there? Good local stuff?
Yes. I had several good local beers. We were on a poda road. We spent most of our time driving to parks and activating parks. We stopped at a couple of breweries along the way, but we didn't spend much time there. Being that I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, okay? But when it's 85 degrees in New England and 105 in Texas, you guys have winter all year long, so you should have a lot more stout. I'm just going to say
Right.
that. But the stouts that
And
I
we
had
actually
were,
ran out of
were
time.
quite tasty. Yeah,
Right. We
yeah,
actually
yeah,
ran out of time,
we
Shane, because I wanted to bring him to a brewery that opened up last year here in my town.
Yeah.
We didn't have enough time. 'Cause I wanted to go to the brewery or go to my local cigar lounge first, then go get dinner and beers for we just ran out of time, and it is what it is. So
Yeah,
But-
we weren't there to sample beer. We were there to do poda, and that's exactly what we
Right.
did. And we had a great
Right,
time
yeah.
with it. But the beers I had, I think that there was, they were pretty much the same number of breweries we have in Texas. I think so. Yeah, they were good. It'd be cool to go up there and just go on a brewery rove instead of a poda
Yeah.
rove. Although,
No, that'd be cool.
yeah, it'd be funny.
Stock up on our way to K00001.
Yes.
I was gonna say, do a brewery
Yes.
rove and activate all Connecticut at the same time. It's
Yeah.
just not that hard to do.
So let me talk about that for a second, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was talking to Izzo, and I think we were on my live stream before this trip. And I think what we're going to do, and I'm going to do some research on this, but I think what we're going to do is try to hit Acadia National Park, which is Kilo 0001 on the POTA map. I think we're going to try to hit it in September of next year. And I'm going to fly up there. I'm not going to drive. I'm going to fly up there and spend 2, 3, 4 nights, something like that. I don't know yet. Try to get a campsite and stay there for a while, and have some local folks meet us there and activate with us and cart us to the craft beer places at night. But yeah, we've been talking about that for a year and a half or so. I really want to do that park, and it's going to be. And I want to apologize to everybody because we were doing the whole "come find me on APRS" thing. If we hadn't done that, we would have invited a lot more people out to meet us at parks on the days we were there. So we were being somewhat secretive because people were chasing us on APRS. But when we do Acadia, hopefully next September, it will be everyone is invited, everyone is welcome. Y'all come out. This is where we're going to be. Here's the dates, and we hope to get a good group out there. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully be a really good, fun trip.
I'm
Buddy
looking at
Hex
some
with
pretty.
the Pentaplexer.
Do what? With
Let's do the
duplexer?
Buddy
What?
Hex with the Buddy Hex with the Pentaplexer.
I've checked that thing on a plane all the way to Costa Rica. I suppose I could bring it to Maine. I wasn't really planning to do that, but maybe.
I was gonna say,
Maybe.
I
Or else
might
just
kick
ship
for the
it to
extra
me.
bag.
Or
I
else
don't have a pentaplexer. I have a triplexer because
Triplexer?
literally the pentaplexer to get 2 more bands was double the cost. So
no.
I have a triplexer with 10, 15, and 20. But I can bring that, and we've got band pass filters for all the other bands, so we can set up another antenna for 17 meters, and maybe a 6 meter or something, depending on what's open at the time.
Just
But
ship it up here. I'll
Yeah.
throw it in the back of the truck and drive it up there. And there you
I
go.
can check it for free, so it's not
Okay,
a big deal.
there you go.
I've got it in that sport tube that Buddy Pole sells. It's
Okay.
made for snow skis, and the thing
Okay.
fits in there perfectly, and it's TSA approved and
There
all
you
that
go.
kind of good stuff. So yeah, we can do that. I hadn't planned on doing that, but yeah, we might do that. That might be a good idea.
Especially if we're going to be there for a while.
I'm just looking
Well,
at
the
all
only
these
problem is if
cabins
we
that
all-
are up there.
If we all leave at night to go to a bar or a restaurant or something, we're going to have to leave. We can leave Frank there and tell him to watch everything. The rest of us can leave. I guess.
I second that. Yeah, I second that.
Yeah.
There's
Especially since he
actually
decided to do his-
cabins.
All in
up there,
favor?
Jason.
Is there cabins? Hey, if there's
Yeah.
cabins up there, even better.
Yeah,
We'll
there's
get
cabins up there.
We get Joe Brett to rent a cabin. Just invade him the way we do in Huntsville.
Since Frank decided to do his commanders meeting during Clubhouse.
Oh, that's a party foul.
Oh, heels.
Yeah, we've been on Tuesday nights for almost 3 years now. What a jerk.
yeah.
132 shows.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I do want to give out a plug to Frank. You know, Frank is the man. He had an issue with some tumblers that myself and a whole bunch of other people bought. Guess he had a shipping issue. He didn't realize you should be using bubble wrap and other things to ship, glassware. But my glasses came in, and these are really, really nice looking glasses. So if you want something as an accessory to, dress up the ham shack or pour some of your favorite spirits in there, this glass is a really, really nice glass. So I'm not sure if they're still available, but
Nope. That was a one and done run. Got to convince
One
him
and
to do
done?
more.
okay. Well, there you go. If you have the opportunity, I highly recommend it. Get yourself a pair; it'll make you happy.
Did yours come in? Did yours break?
No, but I just happened to question saying, hey, listen, I bought these things back in I think May or June. Where are they? I said, I'm not pressuring. I just want to know, where are they? Am I still on the list? He says,
so he had sold 20 pairs, I think it was. He sold them in pairs, and he had sold 20 pairs, and once he got orders for 20 pairs, it was all done through my website. So I sent him the money. I said, here's the list of people, and he ordered them. He said it was a pre-order. He said that up front, so he's very upfront about everything.
Yes.
So he ordered 20 pairs. He got them pre-ordered. He got the money. He went to sit down if you want to. He ordered them from the supplier, and the supplier shipped them to him, and they were all broken when he got them.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
not his
sucks.
fault. Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely
Not his fault.
Frank's fault.
it's called a whoops.
Yeah.
It's called a
So
whoops.
he contacted the shipper, and he's like, "Did you insure these?" And they did, and he got it all squared away, and it was fine. So we had to reorder them and get them reshipped to him, and then we shipped them out to all the customers. So yeah, it was kind of a hassle, but it was absolutely not Frank's fault at all. So
No, I kid Frank. I kid Frank a lot, and he and
yeah,
he
yeah,
gives it
yeah.
back, too.
He's a good sport.
But,
He's a good
but
sport.
in all seriousness, Frank did
He
a
felt really
fantastic
bad.
job.
He
did.
felt really bad that they were all broken. Not his fault at all, but he felt bad about it.
But I gotta tell you something. The end result, these are beautiful glasses, man. Nicely etched, really, really nice. So if you like tank, Frank the Tank stuff, here you go.
Do you have one to show, Izzo?
It's in my shack right now,
Oh, okay.
and I
Hopefully
can't
it's
get
not
up.
underwater.
No, it
Hopefully-
can't.
Okay.
No, and
Make
I gotta
sure it's
finish.
not-
I gotta finish eating these dicks and a few other things. I gotta do.
Oh dear God. I gotta quit
For
looking at
those of you on
pictures
the
of
podcast,
right that chips.
the bag of
Chips.
dicks is Dick's potato chips.
Yeah.
Just so
I
we're
just
clear on
realized that. I just realized.
Why'd
I
you
don't
have
even
to
know where
clarify that?
No, I don't even know
Could
where
have
I got
just
them.
Google it.
I meant to look. You know, so I haven't even looked to see where they're even on. There's nothing on the bag that says where they're out of, like,
Oh,
Manitoba.
We could
or-
ask Derek. I bet he knows.
Derek, where'd you buy the dicks?
Yeah. So up there, when y'all were doing the park road, did y'all have the fall colors up there?
No, hadn't
yet?
quite started.
We don't have
hadn't
fall
quite started
colors yet.
changing yet. We were. In fact, a couple of people said to us, they were like, "Yeah, you guys are here about a month too early," and we're like, "Well, that's not why we're here." Plus, it was less crowded
Oh,
because
yeah,
when
I bet.
when the colors start to change, that's when the people show up. So,
Yeah.
no, not. We didn't see much of that, unfortunately.
I was surprised because Colorado was popping right now.
Really?
Yeah. There were a lot
No,
of
It
people
hasn't
that
been
are-
cold enough here. It
We're-
hasn't been
yeah,
cold
we're
enough
actually-
over here.
Yeah.
It hasn't been, and we're forecasted to go late because of the amount of rain that we've had this
Oh,
summer.
I bet. But it ought to
So-
be good with that extra moisture.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
and when it pops, man, it's going to look real nice. And
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
for
Then
3
I'll-
days, and then they're all going to fall.
yeah, then they're going to fall.
you gotta get a windstorm and they're gone.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be on my not my John Deere, my Cub Cadet. And I'm just gonna be mulching and mulching and mulching. You know, that's all you do. You mulch. You just drive around in circles, mulching it and mulching it. You know. There you go.
We
Thank
got
you, Scott.
There you go.
my wife and I drove through Connecticut one year in the fall that the leaves were changing colors. It's really pretty up there during that time of year. So I want to
Oh,
say
yeah.
that was October. That was 7 or 8
Yeah.
years ago, but I think that was October when we were up there. But there's some in northern Arkansas around the Hot Springs National Forest National Park,
Mhm.
whatever it is. That's a POTA spot, and that leaves change colors up there. And it's real pretty up there during that time of year. We should try to put that on the calendar one of these days.
Yeah, we're also trying to do upstate New York. It's just let's see where it is.
Where do you want to go upstate New
It's-
York?
It's east of Buffalo. Hold on. I can't remember.
Saranac.
It's
The Finger Lakes. The Finger Lakes.
No, it is. Hold on.
Because that Finger
What's the
Lakes
matter, Steve?
region is beautiful in the fall.
Joe, what's the matter? Cold?
It's Castile, New York.
You still yes, yeah.
So it's Letchworth Letchworth National Park, and I think it's a POTA park. But let me see if I can get this picture to open up.
But that whole Finger Lakes region, Saranac Lake, absolutely beautiful region. Hey, listen, at that rate, we're not all that far matter of fact, Molson can just hop over the gates
Yeah.
and come on over.
Where?
Right.
Where are you guys
So
talking
yeah,
about?
that's Letchworth
Oh wow.
State Park. Yeah.
Look,
look
you,
at
you fly a balloon over there too.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at that. What's
But
up?
this place is absolutely gorgeous. I would
I'm on a
love
live
to go
stream right now.
That's what I was
Pull up a
activate
chair.
that.
Got
That'd
chair
be
there,
fun.
chair there. Y'all sit down if you want. Hey, what's up, Mike? How are you, man?
Or a light, you know what? We should does
What's
that
up,
bridge
man?
trestle antenna?
live streaming with.
Mhm.
But the Ham Radio Clubhouse guys they're a bunch of rappers.
Probably.
Oh, was
Hey,
I not on mute?
you're
I'm sorry.
on
I'm
mute
sorry.
there, buddy.
I thought I was
Yeah.
on mute.
Yeah, you're not on mute. Yeah, right.
Probably never heard of us.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Wait till you,
We're just
wait,
we're just a bunch of
wait till the
rookies.
next. Just
Yeah.
wait till the next happy hour. That's all I'm
Just-
gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Yes, very cool. Very good. So it's all good.
But yeah, what else you got, Izzo?
Mm.
Does that pretty much wrap up the adventure in
Yeah. I'm just
W1AW?
I'm going over my notes and stuff. Yeah, I will. So, last night, Theo put on another good show on Monday night. Him, Jim, and I forget the guy from was it from Australia? Was with him? I forget who that guy is. I've seen him before. I forget his name. Then I started fooling around on YouTube.
Uh-oh.
Found great.
Whoa,
found great.
whoa.
No, the ham radio tab that I have.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
The tab.
Guys. All right, so two things. Jason, who's the guy, the RV guy who you mentioned on your Sunday show? He has a good Instagram channel. You know what I'm talking about? It's the guy who's sponsoring where you are right now.
73.
He has. Is that who is it, Steve?
Sponsoring.
No, Mo
Mark.
is taking off. Mark's taking off.
Oh, Mo later. Oh, hang on. Mo is my brother. Hang on. I gotta eat a dick for Mo. All right, Mo. This is for you, and this is for your XYL and the rest of the gang on down there. Yeah, nasty. The guy,
Hello, Dan,
your
20 bucks.
Frederickson RV show there. That guy has an Instagram channel. He has some very, very cool overland stuff on. I found that, but on YouTube I found Gray Man. Hang on, I got to drink, guys. I'm sorry.
Gray Man
Those
Poda.
are over.
Yeah.
Gray Man Poda. Yeah.
Gray Man Poda. I think who you're talking about is RV Lifestyles.
I think so.
That guy's got a he and his wife do a channel called RV Lifestyles, and he's a ham, which
Yep.
It's not got a ham radio channel, but I was looking up some stuff and I found his channel, and I'm like, he's out there operating a KX3 CW, so I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
this guy's a real ham. So yeah, RV Lifestyles I think is who you're talking about, Don.
Him and then Gray Man Poda. I watched a couple of his videos last
Yeah.
night. So
Yeah.
we've been emailing, and he's gonna be a future guest on here. Hopefully I get him in on here maybe next week or the week after. He's
Good.
doing some really cool stuff also. There's a couple of hold on guys, I'm sorry, hang on.
He just goes with Dan's comment.
That's exactly what I just read.
Slowly choking him down.
Listen, if he pukes before the end of this stream, we're not
He's gonna-
refunding
yeah.
any money.
Y'all need to send him some heartburn medicine.
If I puke, someone's gonna be owing me a brand new Hard Heart sweatshirt. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Thanks for
I'll
the
take care of
extra
it.
$5.95, Mad Ham Radio Cow. We appreciate that.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Has anybody got Maggie's number on speed
Yeah,
dial?
there's so-
Yep.
Right? You drag him out of the shack.
Yeah, there's something I want to say right now. I can't.
That's not very nice, huh?
Dang you,
No,
Derek.
not very- no.
Interesting. Yeah. Only 100 episodes.
Yeah.
100
10
episodes apart.
From 10 cup to bag of dicks.
All right, hold on. We're gonna drink a little bit. I want to finish this bag because I'm watching the clock here.
And it's empty?
I am gonna drop, guys, because I've got people showing up here.
Oh, good, man.
I want to
Thanks for joining us
with,
tonight.
so thank you
so
for having me.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
You're embarrassed
absolutely.
to be around us, huh?
Basically like Huntsville. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got it.
The clubhouse is good in small doses, usually 2 hours a week.
Yeah, right. No, I
Thank you,
appreciate
Jason.
you guys. So thanks for inviting me, and y'all have a good
You
one.
bet.
Shane, we need to get together on that Oklahoma
Yes.
park, dude.
I have not forgotten, I promise.
I'm gonna keep bugging you about it. So, all right.
Well, it's 93. It's not like it's gotten any cooler here.
Put
Like,
your
geez.
panties on and go.
Yeah, but we're gonna have like a week and a half worth of 80-degree weather before it gets in the 30s. So we're gonna have to plan
Right.
that strategically.
So true.
So, all right, you guys have fun.
Bye, Jason.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Bye,
See ya.
Jason.
Thanks,
Thank
Jason.
you.
See ya.
Thank
Later.
you.
Not happening. Not
All
happening.
right, the rest.
Oh,
The rest
What's
is
not
all.
happening? Oh,
This ADHD life says if you puke before the end of the stream, Molson needs to match all the super chats.
It's a credit card, Daniel. You don't have to pay it
Right?
today.
All right, guys. The
you
rest,
pay over time.
Put it in and dispute the charge. It's okay.
Yeah,
all
there
right,
you
listen.
go.
The rest of it is all crumbs. This is the last. I
Oh,
corner
you have
bagged
to
this.
eat the
so-
crumbs. You have to put the bag and go, you gotta like.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
Deep
no.
throat.
yeah, but you got to do it with the tongue.
Steve, what did you just say?
No,
Steve,
I'm going to ignore that comment.
Steve, it's always the
No.
quiet one. It's always the quiet one.
It's never the quiet one. It's a clubhouse.
It's
You
never
got to
the quiet
DT
one.
that. Come on, let's go. Lick
me go
the
back.
inside, Don.
I'm going to go back to. So, yeah, this is Lechtworth State Park.
Molson, I mean, fierce back.
That was a heck of a knob you were showing there, Shane. What was that?
No more.
What are y'all doing here? This is supposed to be a family-friendly show.
Where's that in-stream button?
Bullshit.
Let me hit that this week.
Right? Need to have Daniel decide he's ready to leave. Just end this bitch.
That's why somewhere
Don, you
in the
gargling
world,
now?
This is a late night show.
Speaking of gray man poda.
Somewhere in the country, this is a late night show.
Oh, come on. There you go.
Kind of reminds me of the episode
Ray
where
Man
he was,
Poda, you be good. 'Cause when you come on this show, we're going to talk about this stuff.
Oh my
You wanna
god!
come on.
You got to talk about licking the bag? Is that what you're going to talk about?
No, see, that's nasty.
Wait. You're
That's just
talking about.
nasty.
You're gonna have to. Wait, hold on. No, stop, Don. Because you're arguing about the fact that we're gonna have to pay for you to wash your Carhartt. Except you're the one that's now wiping your hands and using it as a freaking napkin.
I know, right? Got oily fingerprints all over his Carhartt. See? No. Nice try, Izzo.
That was inappropriate, Don. That was very inappropriate. How dare you?
Yeah, okay, all right. All right, good.
I missed
You-
the
I mean,
inappropriate.
Hey,
James,
you ran
tell you
Daniel
what,
off.
if you don't
Right?
like what I did, you can send an email.
You can send
What's
an
the email address? What's the email address for the
hamradioclubhouse
for
at
president.
gmail.com.
I'm supposed to run for president of Canada. I can't be seen on this.
Yeah, right. Ah,
Oh, gosh. Uh-oh.
oh,
You're good, man, brother. We love
Vern's
it.
right. What's his,
Vern
what's
Six
his,
with the $51 super chat.
What's the
I'm not
YL?
sure I should let my
What's your
wife watch this. It's Renee.
Renee? He's right.
Vern, it's only because I showed up tonight. I'm sorry.
See? Beer Sack's a bad influence. Thank you, Vern.
Never. That's why it says shenanigans enforcement, right?
It's so
You know,
true.
and the thing you
Shenanigans
used,
starter.
you used
You
to
ever
be.
realize
Right.
it's this guy right here? Okay, this guy brings up the cantaloupes. He brings up everything. This guy right here. He's the bad influence.
I did
in
not
this
bring up the
place.
cantaloupes. That was Jim. Jim brought up the cantaloupes that show.
Oh, I brought it up, actually.
Whatever.
You brought it up.
It's you.
Mine was the
Yeah.
It's always the old
biblical
guy.
Mine was
cord.
my-
It's the
it was
old
my,
guys.
No, and then I talked about the biblical cords about giving birth. That's-
Yeah, I was gonna say, but who ran with it?
Oh gosh.
me.
All right, hold on. Scout brings up a very good point here. All right, Scout, I'm here when I can. I promise. There's gonna be no bidding wars, no nothing. I'm here tonight.
Wait,
I made a
what?
promise.
Wait, beer snack. So you're talking about what? 75,000, 250,000. What are you talking about here, man? To keep you
Right.
every
Yeah,
Tuesday
that's
night.
right. 12 days.
What
Put it
pays
all
the
on
rent,
salary.
buddy? What pays the rent?
We need to fund it. We need to fund those 12 days of Christmas. Shake that money maker.
Now we know where the Only Hams channel came in. Got it.
Shh.
So, since everybody likes to mention this is 100 episodes from 32.
Yeah.
Hi, Noel.
I know.
I
Al.
know. Well,
Hi.
Say hello.
Beer snack, you sat down at a good time.
Yeah. Then I sat down before she walked in the room.
Beer Snap was just about to drop his drawers for rent money.
I can't be on this.
See, she doesn't know what she just walked
I'm
into.
waiting.
Yeah.
Stick around after we end the show.
She knows everything. She's married to Joe Brett. She knows what's going on.
She's been to Huntsville.
This is
It's
2023,
okay.
Don. Come on.
Right.
Hell, she caught the man
never
installing
wanna-
a radio in her vehicle.
Did you
Does that
finish
make
that whole bottle?
It wasn't
he
but
did.
that much.
Yeah, right.
It was that much last time, too.
No, seriously. I brought this back from Huntsville, okay? So,
It was half,
It was, look,
it was half full.
it was just under the letter C. You drank a third.
He said, like, I'm just going to have one more.
Luckily, my phone is dead tonight, so you can't blame it on me.
yeah.
But me, I didn't text 911.
She's looking for something. to
carry
hit her
on.
head with.
Yeah.
No, I'm waiting to see her
Renee's
drag
okay.
out
I'm
of
here,
the
I'm here being a good boy by drinking bubbly water
Yeah, likely story.
I'm going in here.
All right.
right out of it.
It's a reloaded can, I'm sure.
I have no alcohol in the house.
What?
Minus the one beer that I had. That was the last beer that I had in the house. I'm doing no alcohol for a little while. We'll see how long it lasts.
I give it a week.
It's already been 2 weeks.
Sorry, Shane.
That's
Say
like-
that again. Say
I'm
that
doing,
again. Yeah, I thought so.
That's like me saying I'm not going to have a
I
cigar.
can't. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
You just think that's a
Bye.
solid cup.
Yeah,
like
right.
That's like Molson saying he's not going to have a blizzard. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know, Steve. What'd you do? You put the can in the bottom, put the straw through the lid. Yeah.
Right. You know how it's done. Don't tell secrets. Damn.
Oh man, I missed you guys. I really did. I missed y'all
We
in the
missed
chat
you.
too. Life is crazy. Life is definitely crazy. I threw Shane
Hey.
out for a reason.
Beer snack in Jersey. Do you guys call them liquor stores, or do you guys call them packies for a package store? Nick, or do you have that, or is that just a Connecticut thing?
We
packy.
don't call them packies at all. That is a very derogatory term there, Don.
No.
So, beer snack.
No, it's usually like the beer store, liquor shop.
Because the packy, we say we go down to the packy and you get it and you get it in the bag, and you
Yeah.
can drink it and you leave it, and no one really knows what's inside there.
Yeah, no, we got the it's the liquor store, and they used to close at 5 on Sundays. They're now open till 8, or actually they're open till 9 o'clock on Sundays now.
Same
so
here.
they
Yes.
definitely
Yep.
expanded that. I know
Same here.
Pennsylvania decided to start selling on Sundays too. So there you go.
There you go.
Yep.
All
So,
that fun
beer
stuff.
snack, we have a request.
Are you going to introduce to the FNG?
The freaking new guy.
I got
returning. What
I got
freaking
this
new
one.
guy?
You've been
Go
gone
ahead.
so long. You're the new guy.
How am I the new guy?
Because
You
they
guys
don't
miss
remember
me.
you.
So for those who are
We've-
They don't remember me.
We've had to replace
Dude,
you
they've
for
had an
80
hour and a half
episodes.
to remember me right now.
There we go. There we go. We're gonna put you in the guest
For
spot
those-
there. Welcome.
for those who are
guest.
for those who are new
Yes,
to the
my
show
ass.
and haven't seen Beer Snack before, you might recognize him from a couple movies, but
Here it comes.
if you do
there it
Google
was.
research for
I was
Gimli-
waiting for it.
Hold on. I got a
I was
folder.
waiting
I got
for
a
it.
folder. Yeah, I got a folder here of some beer snacks.
I don't want to see that folder. Nobody wants to see that
Right.
folder.
We all want to see that folder.
Hang on, let me go find beer snacks.
Nobody
Hang
wants
on.
to see that.
Nobody wants to see that stuff. Ugh.
So what's up with
Where-
Six? So I want to read what's up with Six's comment here. He says, I want to say thanks to so many in this chat who have reached out to me after my surgery last week. Lab results come to Thursday. Mass was 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters by 3 centimeters. For you Americans, that's like 2 inch by 2 inch by 1 inch because that's the conversion. So maybe a little smaller. But Vern is a dear friend of the Clubhouse who has probably the worst luck.
I agree.
6 inches.
And
Stop
but Vern, we're happy that you're better. And the Ham Radio Club community, the Ham Radio community is just filled with a lot of awesome people who care for each other and take care of each other. So,
somebody want to share my screen that I just posted?
No.
Wait a minute. We got to make a motion.
No. There's motions coming in. There's welcoming. There's beer.
Wait a minute, beer stack.
Mountain comments.
Beer stack. What's your
Listen.
favorite band? Beer stack. What's your favorite band?
40 meters.
No.
Actually, no, hold on. Wait. I'll do this right now. This is what I've been listening to recently.
Ghost?
Can't play it on here. Yes. Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Man,
old.
Your folder goes way back.
That was for us going to Sealand. That was our whole, you know, isn't that great?
And we still
I love
got
that.
rejected.
That was
Yes,
hilarious. Yeah.
Because they actually watched that show.
Yeah. I think it was Daniel's shoes is the reason why they rejected our application.
Daniel, let me tell you something. Daniel's legs are amazing. You know, and Steve really looks like Parliament. He really looks like
he was royalty.
the king.
Izzo, can you hit the zoom in button so you can zoom in on your side so we can see these kind of close up?
Yeah, hang on 1 second. Give me a second.
It's the little plus button. It's the plus button at the bottom. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. And you should be able to drag around to each one of those. So Joe Brett was very stoic. That's a horrible Photoshop job. Yeah, that's a horrible Photoshop job.
Somebody got to redo that.
Yeah. Scout
Why is
75
it
says,
this
why is it
QSL
this
card?
QSL card?
Yeah. That could be a QSL card. You're right. And then
Still,
Gigaparts will print them.
the best part is Daniel over there.
The face, but the face matches the pose.
The pose, exactly.
the man's proud. He is proud. Look at him.
Very.
He's proud. Well, look at his tights. Look at his tights over here. He's got some wrinkles going on.
It's not
pull
wrinkles.
that
She's
shit.
not a runner.
Those are stays. Go ahead.
Yeah, pull that. And Steve with the. I just realized that. Look at the leather boots.
The leather boots.
He's holding a ball and a rod.
Yeah, look at that. What are you holding here? Some brandy or something? Shane is like, get me the hell
I
out
know
of
you
here.
can see my screen.
Yeah.
Nobody else can. So
I'm stuck with these guys.
that's for you, baby.
But you know something? Joe Brett.
Shane, your
looks
face
very-
is two different colors.
Yeah. It's the sun, man.
It's the sun.
Yeah,
Stop
cancer.
Yeah, you didn't get it. Part of it you didn't get enough of.
A little ghostly.
But look at my
Yeah,
shoes.
wait.
What the hell? You can't wear white after Labor Day. Does anyone?
This was generated before Labor Day. That's okay.
It was? All right.
But I'm just looking. Hold on. Scroll up a little more. I'm looking at the expression on Joe's face. Looks like he stepped in something.
He probably did. Yeah.
He's like,
ew, my shoe is wet.
Look how small his head is for his body. Come on.
You know, I tried, guys. I tried.
That was the early days of your Photoshop.
It was, yeah.
You've gotten better.
all right.
should
And there's
update
something else.
that.
And there's something else we got to show.
I gotta deal with something here. Hold on. So, Jason says,
Yes,
"Earn your
Scout.
freedom units, Daniel," and he says that because I said 2 inches by 2 inches. Jason, learn your metric. 2.54 centimeters is an inch, and he said 5 centimeters. That's why I was kind of like, "What? That's huge." But quarter inch would be 6 millimeter by 6 millimeter by roughly 4 millimeter for that dimension there. So learn your metric, American freedom boy. Just gotta say that.
Listen. Some of us just need to know
Wow.
conversion.
Some fighting words.
Hey, listen, because Bear Snack is here, I want to know. You know, again, we have a great a friend here doing our website, but when you click on the Ham Radio Clubhouse, it's about the About Us
Oh
tab.
my god.
You know,
If you
Daniel's
haven't been to the
I thought I sent you a
hamradioclubhouse.com, you
picture.
should.
I don't know, but this is great. This isn't.
Steve, you did. That's the picture that you sent him.
I was gonna say, well, that picture now fits, but it should have been a parachute. Another guy strapped to it.
You're right, huh? Well,
Right.
I mean, again, for those of you who don't know Beer Snack's background, you know, again, he was working as a bank teller at his local hometown bank, and he was accidentally locked
Oh
in
my
a safe.
god.
He rewired his Texas Instrument calculator, sending SOS to local responders with the alarm and safe codes for entry as rescue. You know, I mean, Beer Snack is old school because he knows the Radio Shack in the Heath days. Oh, that's a typo. What the heck? I put Health. It's supposed to be Heath. You know, he worked at Lafayette Home Stereo. A lot of people probably don't know what Lafayette is. They were a great place to go buy stereo equipment. And so again,
Circuit City.
Circuit City. Oh
All
my
right, here's
God.
a reference for you. All right, this book reads like stereo instructions. Here's a movie reference.
Oof.
Come on.
What?
I don't know.
This
I'm reading.
book reads like stereo instructions.
I don't know, but wait a minute. I'm reading about Molson here. If you haven't read about Molson, guys,
Who
this
wrote
is-
these?
I
who
did.
wrote- Molson owns a local Zamponi dealership. It was awarded Dealership of the Year since 2019 for sales and services to their clients throughout Canada and portions of the United States. In his spare time, he enjoys working with wood and metal projects, making trinkets for sale at local 4-H fairs. My goodness.
You know
You got
what we
one
got
thing
to
right.
add?
Molson enjoys Dairy Queen.
You know what we got to add to Izzo's bio?
What?
He likes eating a bag of dicks.
So this is what happens when we ask many times for a photo and a bio, and you don't send me anything.
Right.
We just put up whatever makes sense.
Because it's funny. That's the
Yeah.
best part.
If I can't get a damn YouTube channel up in a year and a half, it's going to take 4 years to get my profile picture and a bio.
Don't worry about it. I took care of it.
Don't worry. Absolutely.
we got
Everybody
your back.
swipe left.
Although
It's
I
okay.
Right. We got your back. It's better than
I
the
read
picture
once
that I
Beer
was going
Snack
to use.
snores in Morse code.
Listen,
No, that's
Molson,
just when the sleep apnea kicks in. It's like
Molson.
That's
You're
so-
Beer
lucky
Snack, was that
because-
Beetlejuice?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That took you way too long.
Google.
I'm slow. I'm 44. Come on.
Oh, come on. All right. It's also like an off the wall reference a little bit. So I'll give you that one.
It just took me a minute to put two and two together.
Somebody had to duck. Somebody had to search that. Tisk tisk.
It was not me.
Hey,
I
let's
know it
talk-
was you.
I just happen to love that movie.
Let's
It's
talk
really
a little
good.
bit of radio. Let's talk a little bit of radio for a minute.
Okay, so,
Are we
so
allowed
I
to
got
do that?
something. I got something.
Go.
We were talking about.
Isn't this show not about radio?
Go, Molson.
I got something. So, my sister came by my office today, and a friend of hers had a question. So, she called her friend and was asking my advice. And her friend works for the RCMP, and which is like our FBI. And so they're telling me about a project they want to do, and asked my advice. And I said, "Well, give me the model number." And she's like, Nancy, Charlie, 1.
That's police phonetics.
Mike, she's like B. My sister's like Beetle, like I'm like so. I finally we get it. I'm like and I just said it to her. I said to the RCMP officer, I said, "You got to work on your phonetic alphabet." She's like, "I know. I'm so ashamed." So you police need to make sure that you use proper phonetics, Joe Brett. Man.
Oh man.
Standard IKEA phonetics.
So I wish you could hear my dispatch when I
You
use
should record it
standard
sometime.
phonetics.
No.
No, it's when I walk into the office. Like, I mean, you can hear their frustration over the radio, but when you walk into the dispatch center, they're like, it's just like I committed a sin. I'm like, really? And I always tell them, I said, just wait till I learn code. Beep, 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 beep.
Then Morse code.
Yeah. It died.
We had this one officer, and I love her dearly. She's a very, very dedicated lady, just like all of them. I'm blessed to work with a good group. But her first time on the road, she was nervous, and she pulled over a car, and it was Papa Bravo Juliet. But she gave it as peanut butter and jelly. So that's her that's
Nice.
that's her nickname.
Nice.
Is there a niner? Did I hear a niner?
Yeah.
Let me throw this in here since we're talking about that. we got a FNG, which is not so much of an FNG, but he transferred to us. He moved down here from West Virginia, and he uses our phonetics. You know, like we do on radio, military or whatever. He is also prior military. So when I heard him run his tag for the first time, I'm like, this is my guy. We're gonna have great fun with dispatch.
This is my dude.
My dude. We have talked.
That's great.
Have a full conversation
Your poor
just in phonetics,
dispatchers.
and the dispatchers never get it.
And I don't understand I guess I can understand, but just throws them for a complete loop.
I got
Why? Because they can't tell there's the Queen of Quebec.
So,
Yeah. QR Zulu. I'm good on the
Can I
QR
do the
Zulu.
same thing?
You know, Ken makes an excellent comment here for those listening on the podcast. Love confusing McDonald's employees in the drive-through phonetics. That's something we should all do.
What? Go in
That's-
order 4 Alpha?
I love it.
I love that, Ken. Very good.
4 Alpha. It's a double
Izzo,
quarter pounder with cheese. That's all it is.
No, if you
Special
understand, you would never do that.
Mm,
Because they instantly go, it's for a cup.
This look like spit to you?
yeah.
So Izzo, I have a question for you. So, you know, sometimes you're scrolling through TikTok or YouTube, and they'll do, you know, like there's those channels that they go through like the 911 call of something that happened, like a murder or something like that.
Wake up, Steve.
And
Good gosh.
a lot of times the dispatchers come across as like complete airheads, right? So, for instance, they'll say like somebody will call and they'll be like, "Oh, I shot my mom in the head," right? And they're like, "Is she breathing?" Like you know, they ask questions that are kind of like, "Are you serious?"
Write that down, Shane, for the.
Is she mad?
Nah, it was through and through. It's okay.
You're gonna need.
Like, do they just ask questions? Like, do they literally just ask anything to keep somebody on the line, or
No,
like,
so
Are there any more
really-
rounds in the? Are there any more rounds in the magazine?
Well,
She run out of ammo.
yeah?
Every
Is she
911
reloading?
Is she reloading?
Is she walking around?
Actually, we've heard stuff like that. In all seriousness, every 911 center has protocols that you are required to do. And if it's a medical, there are medical questions that we are required to ask, which is part of this certification, is part of the endorsements, and that I have to keep.
Remember the flip charts, Don? The flip charts.
The flip charts, yes, and everything, and we are required to do it based upon certain scenarios. I mean, obviously, extreme events, even have now required us to ask certain questions based upon past events and what the dispatchers had to go through, as well as, more importantly, what the first responders had to go through. It is, I can't say too much here. I'll talk more about it later, behind the scenes if we want. But I will say, just give the 911 operator. I understand sometimes people are in their darkest hour. We understand it. We totally get it. We're here to help you, and if you just answer our questions as best as possible, the key word. And a lot of times we've already initiated a response level. We're just asking more questions because we want to relay more questions, because it is about the safety of those responding who are going to need some more answers. Yes, there are some people who have high expectations, and I'm not going to turn this into the 911 show, of the craziest calls that we took. I mean, I took one today. It was my last call for the shift, and I just wanted to take my headset and just throw it across the room. It was just so ridiculous. But you have to just remain, smile.
Man, you sound like a politician, Izzo.
No, man. I gotta pay the mortgage, and I want a retirement thing. And if you want to pay me,
That's
you want to pay me a lot of money to do this job, then yes, I'm gonna ask those questions. And if you don't like it, then oh well.
But it was great.
Yeah.
So these guys here, Jody says, like the poor dispatcher talking to the F-35 pilot. How far did he fall? I remember listening to that, and there's a man. He's like, "Oh, there's a pilot here." And then finally he passes the phone to the pilot, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a pilot with whatever. Can you alert, dispatch, alert, blah blah blah." It goes through the thing, and she's like, "Well, who is he? Like, what happened? I had to eject from my airplane. How far did you fall?" And it's like, like it's
All the way to the ground.
Yeah, it's like he's like 2,000 feet. So sometimes it's like sometimes it's like they're not actually processing it. Do you guys have, because there's so much information coming in, are you literally like you're just typing and not fully processing it?
No.
And it's like you just hit the points, or like is it
No,
like you're really
no. There's many times there are scripted things that we have to get. Listen, I like to help out some of the new people, and I tell them you're going to have to do this for like a year, maybe 3-5 years before you really get a full comprehension of dealing with the public. Because the public is going to amaze you every single time. We've always said we're going to share and write a book someday, but we're going to change the names to protect the innocent, the guilty, and the stupid.
They're all stupid.
But no, I mean, but in all seriousness, I have it's you get your greatest. What keeps me going, Daniel. And when somebody a couple
bag of dicks.
No, not a bag of dicks. When a couple, I'm being serious
A bag of
here.
barbecue. He likes a bag of salty
I'm
dicks.
totally ruined. I'm sorry.
No. If we can't, I'm just gonna shut up now.
Don't shut up, Doug. Keep talking. Let it go.
We need you to talk for 8 more minutes.
When somebody thanks you after the event, like a month later, and you and they say, "Hey, thank you. I might have been harsh with you on the phone. I apologize." We get it, but when they say thank you for what you do,
That's what
some
keeps
people
going back.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because some people say, "Oh, you guys make way too much money. You sit around every time I walk into the dispatch center. You're watching, Jerry
Here.
Springer to the football game." Yeah, we'll tell you what.
Here's the
You
phone.
also-
Take a call.
yeah, take a call, and
real.
you wouldn't last. You would, and guess what? And before, and I'm being very serious. My job is harder, but my job is hard. But you know who has a harder job? Police, fire, and EMS. They have it 100 times worse, because I'm on the phone with them, intaking as much information, and then it gets passed. Those responders, the true first responders, police, fire, EMS, are the ones who have to go on the streets and get to the house and get to the business and deal with some very serious stuff, as well as some really ridiculous stuff too. So,
In Izzo, that's is some. I don't know how it is up there, but we like to cross train, and because I did a year in dispatch. You want to go ahead with Scout's comment there, Brittany?
This is great. Last winter, a friend of mine locked himself out of his truck ice fishing. He called OnStar. They freaked out when his GPS showed he was in the middle of a lake.
nice.
Yeah. But
Hey, you were involved in an accident.
Joe,
But
I
you-
would love to
No,
do.
it's
I would
not.
love to do a ride along, Joe. I would love to do a ride along with you. I'm sure many of we should probably see if we can arrange that through one of our chat members about do a ride along with Joe Brett for a day. I bet you that would be one of the greatest.
if you heard some of the stories from my ride-alongs, you probably would. I had a guy that literally got out of the car and kissed the pavement. Thankfully that we made it, and I'm like, what was you worried about?
All right.
I mean, I said I was worried about the guy behind us trying to keep up, but
Steve said it best here. Steve Elliott, you are trying to communicate with somebody who is most likely having the worst day of their life.
Yep.
yep.
There it
Well
is.
said.
And man, we could do a whole night show, I'm sure, on our stories, but you can really tell the guys that's worked or the girls that's worked dispatch and the ones that haven't when they're actually out answering the calls. I started out taking the calls, and then I eventually moved on to answering the calls. But you can really tell the communication between the two, the ones that have and the ones that haven't. You need an understanding of what dispatch is dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
And how they're left hanging most of the time, not knowing. And then the officer wants to be a smartass about something, but you can really tell. So,
Hey, it's a job. I love it. I love the profession. I've been blessed to work for 3 different agencies. Real quickly, my previous state position that I worked with, the trooper was teaching me the different jurisdictions, and we got out on this big huge bridge here in Connecticut, and he just stops the patrol car and he says, "Get out." I'm like, "What do you mean get out?" He says, "Get out right now and take my portable radio and call dispatch." And then he drove away he pulled up maybe like 30 feet away from me. And then I called dispatch, and I had a hard time hearing. He picked me back up. He said, "Now I want you to know what it's like when I'm on top of this bridge and I'm working a multi-car accident. And now you'll understand how I can't hear dispatch sometimes." Or maybe you can hear the road noise, but
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean you want to get me out? Are you going to come pick me up after you drop me?
Right.
But it was one of the greatest learning experiences that I ever, and now I have a better respect for that trooper and for what they do, as well as all the other services. I mean, I'm a volunteer firefighter here, EMT, so I see both sides of it. And sometimes I don't know if some people say, "Well, what side do you want to be on?" I don't know. The grass isn't greener on the other side. So
Izzo, serious question. When you're talking with somebody on the phone, like I've watched somewhere the 911 operator has to really walk the victim through and talk with them, comfort them on the phone, and they're really focused on the victim. And it almost seems like they're not the ones talking to the police to let them know that they're like where to go or what's happening. Do they sometimes team up, or is it always the one individual? Like, are you switching between like mics or radios, or will somebody else be doing the dispatching to the police while you're talking to the victim?
It depends on the dispatch center.
Yeah, dispatch center varies. Yeah, it varies because I'll tell you, some of the larger cities, Daniel, you just have call takers, and the next room over is where the dispatch is at. Sometimes a supervisor has to look at the information first before it gets dispatched. We're a very large, busy dispatch center here in the state of Connecticut. I will tell you, we run four people around the clock, 7 days a week. If someone books off sick, we're filling that shift. It has to get filled. But we work as a team, and obviously sometimes the teamwork goes better when everyone is a better team than others. It is what it is. Personality sometimes get in the way, but I can mute a call immediately, spin around, literally spin in my chair and say something to the dispatcher, and then go back to that call and not even miss a beat. It's just how it is, man. It's multitasking. I will tell you guys, I love like we were talking a couple of shows ago about the foot pedal. When I'm dispatching police, I love my foot pedal, and when I go out and I play radio in the parks, all of a sudden I'll feel my right foot going down as if I have
pressing the imaginary pedal.
The imaginary. I'm like,
like when you're driving an automatic and you're used to driving a stick.
Well, a couple years ago,
imaginary pedal.
Yes, a couple years ago, a lady asked me. She was walking her dog, and she says, "Can I ask 2 questions?" She says, "What do you got? What are you doing? What's with the wire?" And I explained in layman's term. Then she says to me, "Are you stomping ants?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She says, "I keep seeing your right foot go down. Are there a lot of ants under your table?" And I just said yes. I didn't want to get into the whole, why I'm weird.
Why don't you get you a foot switch for poda?
I have it in the shack downstairs. Oh, I have a Heil. I love my foot. I saw
you
what you have.
$12 Amazon and take it to the park.
Nah, I know.
Do what Beer Snack or the Beer Snack. Do what Mike does. He puts it in a Ziploc bag so that it doesn't get dirty.
I'm gonna rough it. I'm a rough. Listen, I just got done eating a bag of Dick's barbecue, sweet and smoky. I'm a man. I can rough it.
Sweet. Never mind.
Yep.
Sweet and smoky dicks, huh?
It is the top of the hour. Y'all ready to put a bow on this thing?
Yeah, let's put a bow on it, gentlemen.
Bow it,
All right,
bow
so
it.
I'm going to let you guys decide if you want to go around the horn or if we just hit the outro music. You guys decide.
Hit that.
I'm gonna say I love you guys. I miss you guys.
Let Molson
Take
hit
it
the
easy.
button tonight. Let Molson
No,
hit the
because he'll
button.
just end the stream.
He's got to hit the right button.
Yeah, exactly. All right, hands off, fuckers.
Thanks
Thanks
to
all
confess,
100.
I just
There's
went over
107.
it.
There's 107 people that are watching right now. Thanks every one of you for watching. We have $272 worth of super chats tonight. Vern, Mad Radio Cow, Mark, Shane, Dan, Jody, NU1U, Daniel,
Hey.
Dennis, Jesse, all you guys.
Y'all
What's
see
that?
Real quickly.
This
Radio.
is-
What is
Shameless
it?
plug. Shameless plug.
It's
Shameless
it's
plug.
only a prop to show that sometimes we talk about ham radio on this show.
Okay, got it.
Wait, hold on,
Perfect.
wait. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
yeah.
UV5 Army, baby.
Well, 73 to all you guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Tuesday. Good night.
Good
night,
night,
guys.
Bye.
Right.
Dicks in his mouth all night.
I can't believe I ate the whole thing.